Thank you for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Wisdom Wednesday. And so we're going to continue our journey on the Tao Te Ching. Now, again, this is the version that I use. There are different versions that are out there, so please feel free to look into it and see which one resonates with you. Maybe you don't want to do this with me. Maybe you want to do it on your own. So I encourage you to go out there and look and see what else is out there for you so that you can check for your own self. In addition to that, shout out to me. Please go out to Amazon, check out my book. It's a collection of short stories, poems, a couple of songs in there. It's quick read, like each one is a quick read. I didn't want something that was going to take a whole lot of time. But the link for that is also below. So check it out and let's get started. So verse 14 is the one we're on for today, and it says beyond reason. So let me take these off because I don't need those. All right, so we're going to read it. What I normally do in these if you haven't seen this before, I'll go through the whole thing and then we'll start at each verse and break them down. This is just one page. It's not that long, but I'll break down each section just to give you my opinion. And then again, I always encourage, please leave your comments below. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what you got out of this. Tell me what the message was that you picked up on. That maybe something I missed or maybe something I didn't even think about, because there's always more than one way of looking at something. So let's get started. Okay, again, this is verse 14. It's beyond reason. It says, that which we look at but cannot see is the invisible. That which we listen to but cannot hear is inaudible. That which we reach for but cannot grasp is intangible. Beyond reason, these three merge contradicting experiences. Beyond reason, these three merge contradicting experiences. Their rising side isn't bright. Their setting side isn't dark. Senseless, unnameable, they return to the realms of nothingness. Form without form, image without image, indefinite, inclusive, and exclusive. Confronting them, you will see no beginning. Following them, you will see no end. Yet riding the plowless plow can see the timeless Tao, harvesting the secret transcendence of the now. Okay, so we're going beyond reason. Okay, so beyond reason. That's really what the theme is on this. Beyond reason. And I think that reason isn't like an excuse, but without making sense. So that which we look at but cannot see is invisible. We do that every day. How many times have you driven down your path, like whether going to work, going to visit a parent or friend or sister, cousin, wherever, even going home? How many times have we driven and just out of the blue we notice a building? Oh, was that always there? Was that store always there? Was that building always there? Was that house always there? Did they just put that there? And it's been there for forever. You just never saw it. Because we do that all the time. I actually listened to something not too long ago where it's saying that if it doesn't apply to you, you don't see it. And I think I mentioned it in the video as well, because it was a lady who was coming out and she needed a new cleaners. And she had been living in this apartment building for some years and never noticed that right across the street was a cleaners until the one that she goes to all the time closed. So she didn't have a need for it. She wasn't looking for it. And therefore, it was invisible to her until she needed it. And then she saw it. So that which we look at but cannot see is the invisible. We do that every day. Every day. How many people do you pass every day that you don't even see? You passed somebody, but you didn't even see them. If you had to save your life to recall that person you just walked past, you wouldn't be able to, because they didn't have anything to do with you and you didn't have anything to do with them. And so that's what I think that verse means, is that we see things, but they're invisible to us because we don't actually see. That which we listen to but cannot hear is inaudible. Same thing. If you're a mama, you got the mama ears. How many times your kids just playing away, screaming, and you don't hear anything? You don't even hear them anymore. Where somebody, like a friend or something, is like, oh my God, how can you live with this? Like, do you hear them? Are they always this loud? And you're like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, they always that loud. Like, wait a minute, you didn't hear that? Like, no, I zoned it out. Even when we talk to some people, there are certain people that we just zone out. Like if you're in school and you're listening to your professor, you just zone them out. They talking, but you zone them out. You don't even hear them. You don't even hear them anymore. So I can see how that also is possible, where we can hear. We can listen, but not, it's nothing's audible because we zoned out. That which we reach for but cannot grasp is intangible. Okay, so we set goals for ourselves all the time. And sometimes we set goals that, one, we don't even intend on reaching. Two, that we know we can't reach. Like, there's no possible way. Like, I'm gonna be a millionaire within the next 5 days. Like, you can't reach that. That's not possible. You ain't into no sweepstakes that's due. You ain't played no lottery ticket. You ain't, how you gonna get this money? How you gonna get $5 million in 2 days? So we set these goals and things that are intangible. So we're reaching for stuff, but we not really reaching for it. We're like, I don't really want it. I don't think I can have that. And that's what we do. So I think that's what that part is talking about. Beyond reason, these three merge contradicting experiences. And they do. If you put it all together, not seeing nothing, not hearing nothing, not being able to grasp anything, that's like taking a class. That's really like that's a good example. It's like taking a class. One, you're not really hearing the teacher. You picked a class that you have no interest in, so you're reaching for something you don't even want to grasp. And then three, you're not even seeing how to complete the work. Like, you can't see to function to even complete the work. So yeah. So they contradict each other. There are things that you're trying to do that you're capable of doing, but you're not doing. So you're capable of listening, but you're not listening. You're not hearing. You're capable of seeing, but you're not seeing. You're capable of grasping and reaching things, but you're not even trying to grasp it. So their rising side isn't bright. Their setting side isn't dark. So they're not, how can I put this? As far as what I get out of it, their rising side isn't bright and their dark side isn't dark. So they're not positive, they're not negative, they just exist. That's it. It just exists. Like, you have the ability to see, you have the ability to hear, you have the ability to grasp stuff. It's just there. It's not plus or minus, it's not good, it's not bad, it just is. That's it. Senseless, unnameable, they return to the realms of nothingness because they just are. It just is. It just exists. So that's it. Unless you're using it, unless you're doing something with it, it just exists. And it goes back to being and doing nothing. Like when you're asleep, you're not looking at anything. Even sometimes when we're watching TV, when you zone out, you're not really paying. You can look at something, but you're not seeing it. You can hear it, but you're not listening. You can grasp for the remote, but you're not even trying to reach it. So it's nothing at that point. It has no function. It has no purpose. It's just there. It's nothing. Form without form, image without image, indefinable, ineluctable, and elusive. Same thing. Confronting them, you see no beginning. Following them, you see no end. Because they have no beginning, no end. They just are. They just exist. Yet riding the plowless plow can see the timeless Tao. Harvesting the secret transcendence of the new. Basically, pay attention to what's going on. That's all. Pay attention to what you see. Pay attention to what you hear, and grasp the things that you are trying to reach for. Which means you have to make them where they're obtainable, something that you actually really want. So, and that's how you transcend in the very now. You listen, you see, and you grasp for what you want. So that's it. That's what I got out of it. Again, I encourage you, I ask you, I beg you, please leave some comments below, because if you got something out of this that was different than what I said, or it provoked some thoughts in you that was different from what I said, I want to know that. I want to hear it. I want to hear what your opinion is. I want to hear what your thoughts are. So please leave that comment below and share that with me so I can respond, because I will respond. All right, so that was the time for today. Next week, I didn't do that. So before I close this out, next week is linking with ancient times. That sounds interesting. I know when we hear ancient times, we always think of Egypt. I don't know why. I don't know why. You probably did too. But I love you guys. But that was the time for today. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.